Hello and welcome back. This is the Branching Out Devlog series. This is video 2. I hope you're all good. I'm excited to show you what I've been up to in the last couple of months. And yeah, let's get stuck into it. Okay, so quick recap. My name's Nick, aka mcbeechbeech, and Branching Out is set in the UK forest. It's going to be all about rewilding, bringing nature back to its full form in the United Kingdom. In Devlog 1, I showed what inspired me to make this game and all of the artwork so far, and the feedback from you guys was so nice. You left amazing comments and loads of likes on the videos, subscribing. It was amazing. Thank you so much. And if you didn't see that video, I'll just link it here now so you can go and check it out. Key aspects that I want to put into this game is the music, and that being my own music that I make myself. I can play piano and I can play guitar, and I'd really like to use these skills in the game. This is my piano, and yes, it's very out of tune, but I just thought I'd start tinkering and seeing what I'd come up with, and then if any of those ideas stuck, then I could start developing them in the future. So yes, throughout the whole of this video as well, in the background it's all my piano playing. One of the most important game mechanics that I would like is just being able to plant things in the ground. So what I've got on screen here is what I would like to do without any animations, without any frills. It's just a tree, a hole, you put the tree in the hole and you water it, and next the tree will grow. The actual practicalities of doing this took some ironing out. I first thought about using this UI system of being able to select your items on the side, but I did decide against this because I didn't like the idea of just having these things in your back pocket. Like, it's not realistic. When you're gardening in the real world, you have to go pick up your spade, your watering can, there is carrying involved, there's lifting. So I'd like to bring that aspect into this game as well. So like some of the games, maybe not farming games, you'll be able to pick up your objects, leave them in places and come back to them. This has taken a lot of coding in C#, but I think the effect that I've got right now is really good. And next I wanted to actually do something with these items. So with the spade, for example, I've got this digging mechanism where if you hold the button down for a little bit, you do a small hole, or a bit longer, you dig a bigger hole. And down the line this will probably correlate to what kind of plant you can put in these holes. And yes, there were some teething issues. You could also use the spade to fill in the holes that you've already dug once they've got a tree in them. Once your tree is planted in the ground and you've watered it, what does it do? It will grow. This has taken a lot more time in drawing, animating how the trees will grow over time, and I've done this for all of the trees that I've drawn so far, so yes, it did take a little bit of time. If you put them all in one scene, it looks like this. This is not how the game will look in the future, it's just to show that all of the trees have got this growing capability. What will most likely happen in the game is that you'll finish a day and then you'll come back next time and your tree will have grown a little bit, which is what I'm trying to show here. So at the moment I've put in this sleep button where it doesn't restart the scene, it just takes you back to the middle, fades to black, all your items are where you left them, all the trees are where they were before, and they'll all grow every single night, for example in this one. As I said at the start, the story is something that's really evolved over the course of making this game, which has now been 6 months. I want this game to be really educational. I want it to show that you can take something that you thought was wild and really make it into something special like it was in the past. To that end, I've decided you will start with a plot of land that is probably more reminiscent of what you'd get in the English countryside right now, a type of farmland. There may be sheep roaming around, some insect activity, a tree or two perhaps, but this being said, there's no diversity of life. There's a monoculture in the ground, there's only a couple of animals roaming around, and there's not many trees or bird life to look out for. The player will have the control to change this, to introduce new wildlife that may have existed in the UK years ago, but has not seen any opportunity to thrive. I'm hoping to give players the chance to see what their work can do over a long timescale, 50, 60 years, and hopefully you can get a lot of enjoyment out of this, but also learn a lot too. So what are my next plans? Well, first I'd like to start setting some more scenes. So this means when the player arrives into the game, what do they see? What is the plot of land that they're starting with, and how do they get it? Is there an emotional attachment from the person who gives them this piece of land? Also, when the land changes over time, is that due to all of the players' involvement with it, or does it just change over time by itself? All of these things I'd like to map out and start designing. As you can see on screen, there are some animals that I've put in the game, but they don't look real. I've just put a wandering piece of code on there, so their speed and their direction is randomized, but because there's no animation, they don't look alive. So this is something that I'd like to build on and make them look really good. I'd like to do this for a lot more animals as well. Third, I'd like to talk about the shop and start looking into that idea. How does the player acquire any of the equipment or items that they need to improve the landscape? As I said, this game should last a really long time, over a period of years, so would be going for something like this where it could be a website. Could that be the best thing, or will the tech change over time? Do I care about that? Do I want it to be an in-person experience? All of these things I'd like to iron out and nail down. And finally, I'd like to implement some more game mechanics. This could be the micro view where it's zoomed in on insects or fungi, for example. It could be wading through water, or like I've got on screen now, it could be having some invasive species in the landscape that need clearing out. There could be an objective in the game where it says, oh, there used to be water vole or red squirrels here before, but not since those pesky rhododendrons grew, and you need to clear them out, and those nice animals would return. So yeah, there's a lot to think about with game mechanics. I'd like to map them out and get implementing them. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. If you want to see more of these devlogs, please hit subscribe. And let's see how the next couple of months goes. Bye guys.